Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Tech Ranger here coming at you with another disc golf disc review. Today we will be reviewing the Innova Firebird. Now before I get into the actual interview, if you guys could do the whole likey, subscribey, thumbie uppy thing, if you guys like this content, it would be greatly appreciated. It helps me know if these are things you want to see or if they are not. So here it is. This is the Innova Firebird. It's one of Innova's most popular discs. And before I get into this specific one and how I feel about it, let's take a look at the actual specs on the disc. Like I said before, this is made by Innova. The flight numbers are 9304. It is a very overstable disc. This is one of the more reliable discs kind of out there. It is going to do the exact same thing. It is going to be overstable no matter how you throw it. As you can see from the flight path, it is going to turn over, or it's going to turn right for a forehand and turn left on a backhand. Just is. It's personally my most favorite and most reliable disc, just because I know exactly what it's going to do. I am a predominant forehand player, and this disc just feels absolutely awesome in my hand. This particular one is a 12-time champion Firebird. That is one thing about Firebirds and Innova. They have a lot of different plastics and versions and runs of this disc. They vary a lot. Like me, for example, I used to carry 5 in my bag. Now I carry only 3 because I have lost them. This one is way more gummy and way more board flat. It's not as flat as the one I just recently lost in a tournament this past weekend, but as you can see here, it is very flat. I mean, it's flat. This one's got a little more dome to it, not a lot, but this one's awesome. This is my first ever ace in my first ever tournament. It was actually really cool. It was right in front of where the check-in area was, so a whole bunch of people got to see it. It was a really neat moment. Sometime I will take this out of my bag just because I love how this looks. Being tie-dye, it looks so cool when it flies. But I've almost lost this thing a couple times. I don't want to just because it is my first disc, but it's old trusty. If we do a single disc round or we can only bring one disc and a putter, this bad boy is going with me. It's a very versatile disc. I mean, you can get it to go right or left, and with very little effort just by throwing it. You don't need to shape the shot. Just throw the disc either backhand or forehand, and it's gonna do that. I don't throw it off the tee so much anymore, mainly just because I don't want to lose it. So that's where this guy came in, and I had another glow one that I kind of tripped on a tee pad, and it kind of did one of these deals and it just rolled right into the middle of a lake. I was so mad because it was such an easy forehand hole, and I just kind of screwed it up. So this guy is my more off the tee guy now. This one is more of an approach, get me out of trouble. When I need a disc to do a thing, I fall on this guy because I just know what it's gonna do. It's like when I hold this in my hand, I know what it's gonna do. As you can see, it's a 9-speed, so it's got you can give this thing some juice. It's gonna hold up. That's the best part about the Firebird is, I mean, obviously bigger arm guys can turn this thing over and get the flip, and once they beat up, but wow, I can't. I mean, it's overstable. It's going to be overstable. Another one I carry in my bag is the new Sexton Firebird. This guy's got a little more dome to it, and the plastic, it feels fantastic. I get why these discs are absolutely bonkers. This year, not so much. I think they made a whole lot more of them, which is really cool. So people could actually get their hands on them. But man, some of those older Firebirds, those things are thousands of dollars, which is absolutely insane. But this one, it goes straight, and it even actually stands up a little bit and can actually get a little left turn, like for my forehand. It can even get a little left turn before it comes back, but it does always come back. But I can see how Nate Sexton kind of developed this particular tour series to hold that straight line a little longer. So this guy I can throw very far if I have the space to get it to turn just a little bit. Where either of these guys, they're gonna hold straight for a little bit and then just come. So these are more like shape shotty in the woods. If I need a little more distance, that's where this guy would come into play. before I step up into like a cloud breaker or things of that nature. I like my halo ray too. That's my wide open space. I can throw that as far or farther than my biggest backhand. So back to the Firebird. Like, 'cause that's what you're here for, ish, right? So this disc, I mean, it goes without saying. There are a lot of players, not even just current Innova players, that actually think that this is the greatest disc ever made. It's just so reliable. I don't know any. I'm sure there are, but I'm pretty sure most Innova pros bag Firebird at least one, just because it's in that window of a 9-speed overstable disc. You need it in a wind, you need a forehand, you need to shape around trees. This is the guy for you. I don't think I need to really say, hey, go get this disc, because you probably already do, or want to, or are thinking about getting it. You absolutely should. I don't think you will be disappointed. I get it if you are not an Innova player. There are variations of this disc. MVP has the Fireball, which actually surprisingly I really, really like because it's got a harder outside, but that maybe is another video for another time. Let's see. Discmania has the FD3. Very, very similar to this disc. And this is the one that started them all. They all are trying to replicate this disc. And I think pretty much every manufacturer has some variation of 9304, 9403, somewhere's in that range of an overstable 9-speed. And they're all because this disc is so awesome. Very much recommend the Champion plastic because it just feels great. And it's very durable because it is got Champion. Star, this is the Star plastic one. I don't think it's gonna quite hold up as long. I don't know. Some people really like it and say, "Oh, Star's awesome," but I don't know. I do like it. I throw it a lot, but I am looking to find another one to gap between here and here. It's a bummer I lost the one I did because that was that disc. This one always has been more of a go pack go. It's in my bag. I love the stamp, and it's a backup. But now it's actually pulled into the rotation. That's why you have a backup. Is when you lose a disc that you really like or fits a hole in your bag that you can take a guy off the bench, like any other sport. Next man up. This is the next man up. But now I need to go out to free agency and find a replacement to put in between these two guys. So all that being said, Firebird, go get it. This is a 2 thumber upper rooter. If I had 3, I'd do another one over here. 3. Absolutely go get it. So that's it for the video, guys. If you did like it, please give one of these guys a little thumbie. Hit the little belly guy. Tells you when I do another one of these things. If you like this content, subscribe. I would love to see what you guys think. Post a comment. What do you guys have an Innova Firebird? If you don't, what do you have in its stead? Because I'm pretty sure you have something in that 9-speed overstable range. What is it? Is it the MVP Fireball? Is it the FD3? Is it another one? I would love to know. Because that is a great window for me, and I'm willing to try anything to beef up my bag. Because this window of a 9-speed, kind of in my jam. Because I'm not a big arm, and I can throw these, and I know what they're gonna do. So, that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, keep being awesome.